Hi, everyone. So today, Mercury moves into Aquarius. And when Mercury is in Aquarius, it's a time of using our thoughts and our words in a very specific and unique and original way to ourselves. So, in other words, it's a way of really expressing ourselves in the most authentic way that we can, in the way that makes you you. So it's really about you using your unique form of intelligence, your unique form of discoveries, what makes you special, what makes you eccentric, even. It's all of these feelings of very much originality and authenticity is really coming through strongly, especially when Mercury goes into Aquarius. But I continue to get these messages from your ancestors that your spiritual gifts are really opening up and really upgrading right now. You're getting a lot of downloads, perhaps, from ancestors at this time. And it has to do very much with this air energy of Aquarius. So it could be that whatever you're speaking into the world is your superpower. Maybe you're writing a book, but it has to do with your thoughts, your ideas, your inventions, your words. It's so clear. So I'm hoping that the cards are going to share with us more of that energy, but we'll see, as always, what the cards want to add to the story. So we're starting with the Five of Pentacles. So it looks like right now you might be struggling a bit with something, maybe resources, perhaps. Maybe your money is coming in too slowly. You could feel like you're making steady progress because these people look to still be kind of trundling along, but at a slow and uncomfortable pace. So it may be that you're feeling a little bit stuck right now when it comes to your resources, which might be why it's a good time to move into your authenticity. If perhaps up to this point, you feel in your work or your spiritual work, your financial growth, your spiritual growth, if you feel like you haven't been really stepping into your true purpose or your true authenticity, then it may be why you're feeling this particular way at this particular time. But as Mercury moves into Aquarius, you might start to feel that shift. But let's see what else comes out. Cards were rearranging themselves there, which I like. Because then we know we're getting the cards that we're meant to get. The Fool, Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, Eight of Wands, Four of Swords, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Tower, Three of Wands. Underneath everything is the World. This is going to be great. So it looks like with the Fool coming in here, it looks to me like you are really struggling to do what we were just talking about. It looks like you want to take a new direction. You want to take some kind of risk, some kind of chance. Perhaps this is stepping straight into your authenticity that we were just talking about, but you're holding yourself back from doing it, which may be why you're still in this Five of Pentacles energy. There's this feeling that your life is not quite aligned, that you know there's something that needs to change with this Fool, and you know what it is. Most likely you know what it is, but you just haven't done it yet. You're holding yourself back. You know that whatever you're thinking about putting your time and effort into, your authentic self, your projects, your work, your spiritual growth, whatever it is you're thinking about making a big change with and perhaps being more authentic with, if that applies to you, that you've put already a lot of resources, a lot of energy, a lot of investment into that already. And it feels though like you're still kind of undecided. It feels like it's a pretty stable foundation, something that you know will be fruitful for you, but you really still haven't made up your mind. And because you're not making up your mind, and because you're not taking that risk, you're just kind of stuck in this Five of Pentacles energy. So what's interesting though is that you know this was your power in the past. This is your past energy, the Emperor. So it's telling me that you really know how to do this. You know what to do. You have a plan. You have the discipline. You have a clear vision. You have a strategy. You're devoted to it. But it's almost like this feeling of the last piece that's left for you is to really tune into your heart. Because the Emperor is fair-minded. He's a good leader. He is good strategically. He is good at so many things, but he usually doesn't lead with his heart. He usually will lead with his head, his strategy, his ideas, because he has to take care of kingdoms, metaphorically, but actually for actual emperors, but you understand. So there's this feeling that, yeah, you collected all of the knowledge, the data, the discipline, the whatever you had to do. You wrote the book perhaps already. You just haven't put it out into the world. Or you've started the business, but you just don't know how to market it or make it make sense for you. But this idea of really letting yourself do the trust fall that the Fool does is really about letting your heart lead. The Fool always is leading with his chest. His head is back here, his feet are back here. He's just really kind of skipping through the daisies here, but his heart is showing him exactly where to go. So it may be that in this case, with this Aquarius energy, it doesn't surprise me that there's a lot of thought processes going on, but you can't, not at the expense of leaving your heart out of the equation. So I'm getting that pretty strongly too. But things are coming in. You're manifesting things at a really rapid rate. And again, these Eight of Wands are still giving me this impression of keeping your heart open. Be receptive to the things that are coming in for you, because you are manifesting things having to do with whatever this journey is that you're on. Your true authenticity, opportunities are coming at you and you are manifesting them because they're falling in this position. And so it's really important to remember at this time to keep your heart open. Be receptive to all the things that are coming in. Remain empathic to those around you. Remain vulnerable to situations around you. Keep your heart open. I talk a lot about, especially with my Reiki clients, when they come in and they have a closed off heart because they've just come out of a really terrible, toxic, tumultuous relationship. It's important to remind them, and I feel called to remind you, that you can keep your heart open. You can protect your overall energy. You can protect your overall auric field. You can make protective bubbles around your entire auric field, but that will allow you to keep your heart chakra open. You don't have to shut down your heart chakra entirely. It's really important to keep that open. And this is the reason why, because when opportunities start coming in and your heart chakra is closed off, then you won't be able to receive all those blessings that are meant to come from your heart, go into your heart, and then lead with your heart is so strong. So this is a good sign to me because your immediate future is the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about just taking a step back, taking a break, really not doing anything at all, except getting some rest and meditating. And I'm also getting this idea that you probably, what I'm getting from this, which is, I can't really explain why, and it may be because I'm seeing people in this stained glass window, but it feels like you either have a really trusted group of friends that you can confide in right now so that you can kind of have peace and rest in a group of people that you know you can trust. But for some of you, this is going to be your ancestors and your spirit team, your spirit guides, and even the universe itself. If you pray even, this is a really good time for you to sit and rest and relax and pray and talk to your spirit team, talk to your friends, whoever you feel like your biggest support group is, who you trust the most. They're waiting for you. They're in your immediate future for you to be able to just really kind of talk to them about how to keep your heart open and how to lead with your heart. So it's interesting though, because you see yourself as very happy and stable and having a lot of blessings and a lot of things to be grateful for. So I think it's why you're manifesting all of these blessings. Because even though you're in a Five of Pentacles energy, you're still keeping yourself at a Four of Wands vibration, which is hard to do. It's pretty impressive that you're doing that. This is because whenever you're in a Five of Pentacles energy, it's really easy to stay stuck there, to lay down and say, I am a victim, nothing is fair, I'm so misunderstood, I've made so many mistakes, I'm just a lost soul, to just become one of these energies and stay in that vibration. But you are not. Your vibration is this Four of Wands. You're still saying, no, I have so much to look forward to, I have so much to celebrate, my life is still good. And that is exactly why you're being rewarded with all these blessings coming in. So this is just a pretty clear message that your blessings are coming in, but you just have to kind of keep your heart open in order to get them. That if you're feeling shut off at all, you might not know, because you're vibrating so high, you might not know just how closed off you are. And then, speaking of the heart chakra, here it is with this Ace of Cups. The universe is giving this to you right now. This is around you right now. And it feels like it's being backed up with this Eight of Wands, that the universe is trying to deliver this to you, hand deliver these blessings to you. They are all around you. And I think that you're going to start to notice that. I think once Mercury shifts into Aquarius, you're really going to be able to see the blessings that are in front of you. Just right now, I think you're still struggling to see them. I think you're still kind of walking past this window that thinking that they're not going to let you in, but you haven't even asked yet. That type of energy. So soon, rest, meditate, pray, talk to your friends, get your support that you need to get through this if you are going through a rough patch. But you are going to see soon that there are blessings everywhere around you. And it's because you remained in this whole vibration of gratitude, which is exactly how we manifest things. It's just how it works. So whether or not you were consciously manifesting these things and consciously staying in gratitude, you might have a gratitude journal and it's paying off. But the point is, regardless if you're doing it intentionally or not, you are in a gratitude mode and you're bringing in your blessings. This is what you're worried about. It's like you are thinking that eventually your vibration is going to be lowered because this is never going to change. And so it's important that you stay really high vibing right now, because this tower is not coming to you. It's in this position. So it's not coming to you. It's what you're worried is going to happen to you. So it's like you just kind of have to get out of your own mind in order to stay in this gratitude vibration. So it gives me the impression that, for example, if you do keep a gratitude journal and you write down every day the 5 things that you are most grateful for, and you're finding more and more things to be grateful for as you go through the days in that journal. But then after 2 months of that, you start to think, well, I've been so grateful for everything in my life for 2 months, but nothing is changing. And you're just starting to feel like the other shoe is going to drop at some point. That you have 5 pentacles now, but is that going to be less tomorrow? So it's this feeling that you have to just really put your full faith and trust in the universe to really tap into this heart energy of the Fool that we were talking about, so that you don't accidentally manifest in a tower, which is not meant for you. What's meant for you is this Ace of Cups, because this is in the environment position. This is in the position of your fears. So that's very different. I'm also getting with this Ace of Cups that there is some kind of a soulmate around you too. It does not have to be a love interest, although for many of you it could be. There is a deep love around you. This is going to be in the form of a person, a connection, a unity with someone. And I think that's another reason why it's really important for you to get quiet right now, or maybe spend time with friends. There might be a friend or a person right around you who is really a soul connection with you that you may have overlooked. And it could be because your heart is closed off. So again, find those people that are really trusted for you And because there's someone around you who the universe has given to you that you might not be recognizing. I just got that too. And more with this tower, I think there is also this idea that you feel like if you were to step into your most authentic self, that your whole entire world is going to fall apart, that perhaps people aren't going to understand you. If you decide you want to become a tarot reader, for example, that the people around you aren't going to accept you and your whole life is going to change. So you're going to stay inauthentic just to make sure that the people around you still want to be around you. But again, these are just your own fears. This is not the reality of the situation. The reality is the universe is coaxing you to keep your heart open so you can take that leap into your true authenticity, because there are people around you who really want to accept you for who you are, and you might be overlooking that in them. So in other words, you could be underestimating your people. So make that make sense for you, but that just came through very strongly too. And then your outcome of this situation is the Three of Wands, which is, I think, a pretty good sign in this case that you are going to consider taking that leap. The Three of Wands is about an expansion of things, an expansion of ideas, an expansion of a business, an expansion of whatever. It doesn't matter, some kind of action that you've taken. And in this case, it's giving me this sense of growth, that you are growing, you are evolving, that you are the butterfly in this situation. So you're entering a new phase, but you're still kind of standing on the shore, standing on the precipice of it. But it's like, you know what I'm talking about. You understand this reading. This reading is resonating with you, and I know it is, because now you went from Five of Pentacles at the beginning of this reading to, once Mercury moves into Aquarius, to this Three of Wands energy, like, oh yeah, I can do that. I can do these things. My inner child is healing. I am releasing the past, and I can lead with my heart and be authentic and allow authentic people in that I may have been keeping out. Wow. So let's see if we can get a little bit more advice, information, energy, anything that we think could help us. So we're getting the Three of Pentacles now. So the Three of Pentacles is also about allowing people into your energy, because the Three of Pentacles is about working together as a team, as a collaboration. So this could be more of an indication that money is trying to come in, blessings are trying to come in, people who want to work together with you are trying to come in, but right now you're not allowing them in. But the Three of Pentacles is always a good investment. The Three of Pentacles is, again, the threes are about growth and expansion. So this is really telling me that this would be a good investment for you. It's even giving me a little bit of luck. So it is this same feeling of allowing the blessings to come in, allow the people to come into your energy who the universe is really trying to give you right now. But it's going to start with keeping that heart open and available and vulnerable to the things that are coming in. Four of Cups, the Fool again, I love it, and the Moon. So, and this is interesting too, because the Moon is moving into, well, going to have a new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, which is also the beginning of our brand new lunar new year. It's our brand new lunar year. So there's going to be more messages coming off of this moon card. So let's consider all that as I let the energy kind of flow. But there is a need for you here to just focus on getting all of your emotions balanced, getting in touch with your emotions. The Four of Swords and the Four of Cups are here together to say that go deep into your heart, tap into your inner child, figure out why your heart is closed off, who did that to you, why they did that to you, and to understand that that is more of a reflection of them than it will ever be of you. And that is what I think the Four of Cups is here to tell us, to Just really, again, rest, meditate, heal your heart, understand that you can keep your heart open while still protecting your overall energy. Don't close down just your heart. Keep it open. And there are ways that I can teach you how to do that. And I have heart healings on this channel that you can click on anytime you want. But we'll talk about that later or in a little bit. But this is about you just really resting and healing those emotions and getting everything good and balanced. The fours are all about balance. But you are being asked to focus on this Fool again. So I think with this Fool, that this message keeps coming out to lead with love, lead with your heart, to really just understand that the universe is calling you, and have you answered your deepest calling is the question that's coming off of this. Answer your deepest calling. Be your most authentic self. And understand that it's not all going to happen overnight, that there is no perfect time to do anything. Just to take that leap and see what happens next. Because we do know that when you do that, you're going to allow all your blessings to come in and you're going to get unconditionally loved. The Ace of Cups is the card of unconditional love. It's the card of self-love. It's the card of affection. It's the card of friendships and romantic partners, and just real love is the best way to put that. And so if you take this leap, that's going to start to come in for you. But you have to trust the universe first. It's wonderful that you have gratitude. It is wonderful that you're keeping your vibration high, but you also have to have trust, which is why the Fool has come out here again. And then with the Moon card coming out here, it seems like there's a significant message here that it's like, do something to change your energy. So the new moon in Aquarius and the new lunar year, which is the year of the wood snake. And I'm going to do a deeper message tomorrow about that, because tomorrow is the beginning of the new lunar new year. So stay tuned for that reading too. But what I'm getting from this moon is that this is a brand new moon phase. And it's a perfect time to change the way you do something. It's a perfect time to make plans, and especially with the moon being in Aquarius, because this is going to be the reaction to your authenticity, your own reactions to your own authenticity, and the feelings that you get from your own authenticity. So this is really looking with the Four of Cups. This is very emotional energy, which is what we're talking about with the heart chakra. This is very emotional energy coming through to really understand the emotions involved in being authentic and how that makes you feel. And that will help you to take that risk and that jump so that you can get your blessings, you can get your true people in your life, get your unconditional love. So I hope that made sense. This is a really beautiful reading. The readings lately have been so beautiful. It's just this energy I just like to sit in because it's so pretty. It's really just this over and over and over again. I'm getting this idea that you just really need to remain in your heart and keep your heart open and lead with your heart and trust the universe. Hand your heart over to the universe, because the universe will never, ever break your heart. It may feel like it does, but it never does. If you're being rejected from something, it's because the universe knows that's not for you. It is not your unconditional love. So you can trust the universe with your love. So I'm being called to get a few Lenormand cards. I don't know why. Let's see what comes out. So we have the bouquet, which is important. We have the coffin. And then we have the letter. So this is not the coffin. I don't know why I said the coffin. This is the whip. So interesting. That's important that I called this the coffin when I knew it was not the coffin. So anyway, we'll get to that. This is the whip card. This is about doing the hard work. This is about your everyday work. And you want to know what is so interesting about this and the fact that I called it a coffin is because this idea that's coming through, your true authenticity, might have to do with your work and putting something to an end. So if you have been contemplating quitting a job and doing something more authentic, this is a really good confirmation for that, because I said the coffin for the whip, which really, if you put those two things together, that is putting an end to a job. So if that was for you, let that be your confirmation that if you're thinking about quitting a job to do something more authentic, there is your confirmation. For those of you who are not thinking of that, this is talking about work. This is talking about your everyday routines. But here's what is so cool and why, exactly why I felt the need to pull these Letterman cards. The bouquet is about your spiritual gifts, and the letter is about communication. And the first thing, or among the first things I said when I sat down was, when Mercury moves into Aquarius, your spiritual gifts of communication are going to upgrade. And this is confirming that your spiritual gifts are communication. So again, it's the words that you speak. If you're healing with your words, if you're writing down words, if you're starting a podcast, if you're writing a book, if you're writing in a journal, whatever it is that you are communicating is your spiritual gift. And that is your authenticity. Amazing. So let's get a couple of big picture oracle cards as we start to close out this energy. We're getting the pig, which the pig is like a luxurious amount of something. It could even be an overindulgence of something. But this to me is telling me that this is your spiritual gifts and how big they're going to be. And perhaps even lucrative for you. Not necessarily, but it could be. That pig can be a lot of money. So we have lightning and the scythe. Okay. So lightning and the scythe together are a very, very similar energy to the tower, which we saw in our original spread. This is something that's coming in fast, and it's happening so fast that things are going to change before you even realize it. And we're getting another 3, which is expansion. So I think that's part of the reason we were talking about that you're resisting taking this leap of the fool, that you're resisting really trusting the universe because you're too busy being afraid of what's going to happen. But the universe is really telling you now that the thing that is going to happen is going to happen so fast that you won't even feel it. And you will be so glad that you took that risk. That is clear to me. So then, finally, let's do a chakra card, because I know we're definitely dealing with the heart chakra because it's come up so many times in this reading. But I would like to see if there is anything else that we're missing, a chakra that could be blocked, confirmation for something. So, okay. So we have the sacral chakra with overindulgent. And we did see the pig card. So there could be something here that you are overindulging in. The sacral chakra can be our chakra of creativity. It can be a chakra of a sexual nature. So this is giving me the vibe that if you are trying to numb yourself with substances, with people, with situations, with just things that aren't good for you, if you're overeating, if you're watching too much TV, make it make sense for you that stepping out of that energy of overindulgence is going to also help you to open your heart. So since I'm seeing this now, which I was not picking up in the rest of the energy, but there could be for some of you something that you're really distracting yourself with that's preventing you from really taking this leap, which is what's really needed of you at this time. So I will put, if you're interested in a free sacral chakra healing, I will put a link in the description and in the comments. And that's yours. You can use it anytime you want. If you feel like you do have some kind of an overindulgence in whatever that is for you, make it make sense for you, then I will put that in there for you. But also in the Raise Your Vibe in 5 book, I can find a page for the sacral chakra. And if I can find one quickly. No, that's the solar plexus. Okay. I love this. It's good for your sacral chakra and your heart chakra, which is what we're talking about. So I found a page here for the sacral chakra, and the exercise for the day says, close your eyes and picture yourself at 10 years old. Introduce your current self to that child. Tell your little self how much you love them and give them a hug. This is perfect. It's perfect not only for attachments, if you have attachments or if you're overindulging in things, your inner child can help you with that, but also you can help your inner child to open your heart back up. That's a perfect exercise. So if you can do that now, close your eyes, picture yourself at 10, introduce yourself to him or her, and then hug it out. You two need each other to hug right now. Anyway, I can feel it. So look for the sacral chakra healing in the description in the comments. It's yours if you want it. I have plenty of heart chakra healings too on my channel. If you want to go and find those, they're in the, you can find those in the chakra healing playlist. But please let me know if this was resonant for you, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks everybody. Bye.